Hello guys, we are back with yet another tutorial. I got a new beading mat, freshly came from Temu. Let's go. Today we're going to make these super cute earrings. I don't know if you can tell, they're 3D, so this is like a 3-in-1 kind of situation. So we have peyote, we have brick stitch, and then we have this embellishment. See, because it looks like embroidery. I think it looks really cool. So I think the name is going to be like something like all these three combined, because I didn't find a name for these three techniques in one. So yeah, this is what we're going to make. Look how cute it looks. Now I've used Miyuki Delica beads. You can use, as per usual, any beads you want, any colors you want. I went with this. This is not white. I'm gonna call it white. It's not white. It's like more transparent, with shine and stuff like that. This is the code for it. So this is what I've used for the background. Like you can see here how this is going to, how you can have like two earrings in one. You know, one part it's like just normal flat, and this other one is like, ooh, nice. I'm very excited. I really like how this turned out. So you have the white beads. I'm gonna go with this yellow pastel, which is Durocat Opaque Light Lemon, I think. I'm going to go with this pastel pink. I don't have a code for it, just so you know, it's pastel pink. I'm gonna go with this golden. This is the code for it. And for the petals, as you can see, it's like a metallic green. It's not actually metallic, it's this color, so it's like dark olive metallic something. This is the code for it. For the needle, I honestly suggest using a 12 needle, because when we're going to do the embellishment, we're going to be going places, so you need a thin needle. For the thread, I went with this Toho 1G. Use any thread you want, as long as it's sturdy and it doesn't break. This is the shade I've used because it's white, you know, goes well. If you want to make it a pendant, you will need a pendant thingy, like the circly thingy. If you're going to make earrings, you're going to need an earring clasp. As I said, any colors, any beads, any it goes. Before we start, please consider subscribing, giving a thumbs up, put the notifications on, and yeah, comment anything. Even say hi. It helps. And yeah, okay, so prepare your beads. So again, for the beads, because I'm super excited about these earrings and I'm like a little bit energetic. So white, the background, green, the leaves, yellow and pink for the flowers, and golden for the vine. So prepare your beads and we're gonna come back and make this beauty. Okay, so I have my beads prepared nicely. I let the earring here so you can see it again. I have my needle threaded. Also, I added the stop rubber. So this is what I use instead of stop bead, like earring rubbery thingy, because it's less slippery. So I like to use this one. Okay, so maybe put a stop bead as well on your thread before we start, because we will start with peyote, so it's going to maybe need a stop bead. Okay, now I'm gonna zoom in a bit so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so we will start with peyote. Now in peyote, when you read a pattern, for example, you will start with row 1 and 2. This is how you start the peyote. So we will first off start by picking 16 white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Now pick up a green bead and 3 more white. 1, 2 and 3. I will show you, and I will pull this to the stop bead. So this is how we start: 16 white, 1 green and 3 white. Okay, now hold it like this. Yes, so the stop bead is here, you hold it like this, because this is how you will start the next row, which is the third row actually, because this is one, you know. Now pick up a white bead And you skip the first bead and you go through the second one, like so. Pick up a green bead, skip this white bead and go through the green. Like so. Now pick up another green bead. I'm gonna try to hold it like this. Now skip the next white bead and go through the next white, like so. Now pick up a yellow bead, skip the next white and go through the next one. And now till up, so till the end of the row, we will go with white. So normal peyote, just white beads. So pick up a white bead, you skip the next bead, this one here, and you go through the next one. Pick up another white bead, skip the next white and go through the next one. Pick up another white bead, skip the next one and go through the next one. This is just simple normal peyote. Pick up a white bead, skip the next one and go through the next one. Pick up a white bead, skip the next one and go through the next one. And now again pick up a white bead, skip the next one and go through this last white bead here. Now what I'm going to do, so this is the row 1, 2 and 3. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna pull a little bit my stop rubber, and I'm gonna make a knot here with the tail, just one knot, and then I'll pull the stop bead again, so that I know just one knot I made, and I'm gonna pull this back. This is why I like this one, because it stabilizes everything. So this is what we have so far. Now this is the beginning, so where we have the yellow and the green, this is where we're going to be working the earring going forward, so towards here. Now I'm going to tell you that we go from top to bottom. Top is where the stop bead is. Now from top we're going to start with picking up one white, and in peyote you just fill up these gaps. You see in between each bead you have some gaps, and this is where we're going to go with our next bead. So you pick up one white bead and you're just going to go through this one, the first one sticking out. Next up, pick up a green bead and you go through the next one sticking out. Now we have to go with 4 white, but one at a time, so not 4. No, you don't pick 4, just one at a time. So this is first, in the next space, now second, in the next space, third, in the next space, and 4th. in this last white on our way, like so. Next up, pick up a yellow and go through the yellow, only through the yellow. Pick up another yellow and now go through this first green on our way, like so. Now pick up a green and go through the next green, like so. And last bead is one white through this last white on our way, like so. And this is what we have so far. Now I'm not going to keep saying in which bead we go. I am going to say we start from the bottom to the top, and I'm just going to say each bead as I pick it. So white, white, green, golden, white, green, white, yellow, white, green, and this is what we have so far. Next up, we will go from the top to the bottom. Green, green, yellow, yellow, green, green, yellow, yellow, green, white, and this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the bottom to the top. Green, white, white, yellow, green, green, yellow, 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 green, so this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the top to the bottom. White, green, yellow, yellow, white, green, white, white, golden, green, and this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the bottom to the top. Green, green, white, golden, green, white, yellow, golden, yellow, green, and this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the top to the bottom. Golden, white, yellow, yellow, golden, white, golden, 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 green, and this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the bottom to the top. White, white, golden, white, golden, golden, yellow, 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 golden, and this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the top to the bottom. White, white, yellow, yellow, white, golden, white, white, golden, and white. And this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the bottom to the top. White, golden, white, 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 golden, white, yellow, white, golden, and this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the top to the bottom, white, golden, white, white, golden, white, 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 golden, and this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the bottom to the top, golden, golden, white, 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 golden, white, white, and white. And this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the top to the bottom, golden, 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 white, 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 and white, golden, and white. This is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the bottom to the top. White, white, golden, pink, white, green, golden, 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 and golden. This is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the top to the bottom. White, 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 golden, green, green, pink, pink, white, green, and this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going from the bottom to the top. Green, green, pink, 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 green, white, 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 and white. And this is where we are so far. Now we're going to go from the top to the bottom. White, yellow, white, golden, green, green, pink, pink, green, and green. And this is what we have so far. Next up, we will go from the bottom to the top. White, green, pink, golden, pink, green, white, white, yellow, and yellow. And this is what we have so far. Next up, we go from the top to the bottom. Yellow, 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 golden, white, white, pink, pink, white, and white. And this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the bottom to the top. Let me untwist my thread just a tiny, it's a bit, not so much as in brick stitch, but it does twist a bit. So again, sorry, from the bottom to the top. Yellow, white, pink, 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 white, white, golden, yellow, and yellow. And this is what we have so far. Next up, we go from the top to the bottom. Yellow, golden, yellow, green, white, white, pink, pink, white, and white. And this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the bottom to the top. Yellow, white, white, pink, white, white, green, white, yellow, and yellow. This is where we are so far. Next up, we're going to go from the top to the bottom. Yellow, 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 green, And now till down we're going to go just with white. So white, 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 and white. And this is where we are so far. Next up, we're going to go from the bottom to the top. White, 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 green, white, yellow, and yellow. And this is what we have so far. Next up, we're going to go from the top to the bottom. White, yellow, white, green, now until the bottom we put white. So white, 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 we have an accident with this bead. I need to fix it. I will fix this. I accidentally went wrong. See here. I will fix it and I'll come back. Okay, I fixed that bead. It was this one. So we have added 1, 2, 3, 4 white. I need to put 2 more white. So white and white, and this is what we have so far. Now the next row we're going to go from the bottom to the top, all white. So white, 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 and white. Okay, so now I don't know how good you can see with the shadow because here it's pink. Like, I think if I hold it like this you can see it better. So now we finished the peyote part. Now after this we're going to go on top with the brick stitch part. So let me show. I'm gonna put upside like this so I understand better from the back. So we did this part. Yes, now we will do this part here, the top part, then we're going to do the bottom part and then the embellishment. So this is where we left off. I'm going to call the sides. So this is going to be the pink side because there is a pink flower here, and this is going to be the yellow side. So you know where I'm going to start from. So now we're turning the work like this. Yes, to turn the work, so you hold it like this. Take off this stop bead, because the first row of the brick stitch we will work the tail in. Now the brick stitch is not like peyote. In the brick stitch, if you turn your work like this, you will see that in between each of two beads there is thread. See? Sorry, I keep hitting the phone. So in brick stitch we work under that thread between the beads. We don't work directly in the beads. We work under that thread. See? Between each beads there is thread. That's where we work now. So starting from the pink side, yes, pick up 2 white beads. Hold the work like this and go under the thread between the second and the third bead. So between those two first yellow from the first row. Next row. The tail we will work in from a little bit more here, not from the beginning. Now go up through this white here, the one that's more towards the center, like so. And when you pull, you see that the first one is sticking up. We want it to go back down. So go down through the first one and go up through the second again. Like so. And now you will see it will go nicely down. Now we have 2 white. We need to add 4 more. So we have 6 in total. So out of 6, this is 2. Now 3 white again. Yeah. Under the next thread, so between those 2 next yellow beads. So this is third, and go up through this white one. Now 4 under the next thread, so between the yellow and the white from the previous row, and go up through this 4th white. Now 5 under the next thread, so between those 2 white from the previous row, like so, and up through this white. So now we have 5. We need 1 more white, and go under the next thread, so between the white and the golden from the previous row, like so, and go up through the white. Now after this 6 white, we need to pick up a golden and go under the next thread, so between the golden and the white from the previous row, and go up through the golden, like so. Now we need to go with 2 white, so pick up 1 white. Always when you work brick stitch, you work one bead at a time. Even if I say 2, it's just 1, but it's just going to be the next one the same color. Now before we go up through this white, pull your tail on top of the working thread, like so. And when you go with the needle through this white one, make sure that the tail is under the needle. So the tail has to be caught in between the working thread and the needle, like in a loop, like so. Because when you pull, see, it will pull the tail in there. I don't want to work it from the beginning because then it's going to be like a line, you know, and it will like split it. So I want to only from half, so it's not so obvious. Now pick up another white bead and go under the next thread, so between the white and the golden from the previous row, like so, and go up through this white one. Now pick up a golden and go under the next thread, so between the golden and the white from the previous row, making sure that your tail, you work in the tail every step, like every bead, like so, and we go through the golden one, like so. And now we need to go with 3 white, so 1 under the next thread, so between the white and the green from the previous row, and go up through this white. So this is 1. Now 2 under the next thread, so between the green and the white from the previous row, and go through this white one, and the last bead of the row is another white one, and go under the next thread here, like so. And now we hidden the tail and we can cut it off, like so. Now we made 1 brick stitch row. Now all the brick stitch row is going to be decrease rows, where every time we're going to start with 2 beads, and then the rest we're just going to take 1 bead. Now we are starting from the yellow side. See, here you have, this is the pink side, we have 1 pink flower, and we're starting from the yellow side. Now pick up 1 white and 1 pink, so we're putting a pink flower in the yellow side, and go under the thread between the second and the third bead, like so. Up through the pink, down through the white, and up through the pink again, like so. Pick up another pink, go under the next thread, so between the white and the golden from the previous row, and go up through the pink. Pick up another pink, under the next thread, one white, under the next thread, golden, golden, green, 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 white, and white. And this is what we have so far. Okay, now turn the work. We're going to start from the pink side. See where the pink flower is. Pick up 1 white and 1 green, and go under the thread between the second and the third bead, like so. Up through the green, down through the white, and up through the green again, like so. Now pick up another green and go under the next thread, and one more green under the next thread, like so. Next up, pick up a golden and go under the next thread, one white, here in between those two golden from the previous row, one golden, and now we need to add 4 pink here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is what we have so far. Next up, turn your work. Now we are starting from the yellow side where we have the pink flower up here. Pick up 1 pink and 1 golden and go under the thread between the second and the third bead from the previous row, like so, up through the golden, down through the pink, and up through the golden again. Now pick up another pink and go under the next thread, and 1 more pink under the next thread. Now pick up golden, white, one more white, green, green, and white. And this is what we have so far. Next up, turn your work. We are starting from the pink side, so where the pink flower is on this side. Pick up 1 white and 1 pink and go under the thread between the second and the third bead from the previous row, so between those 2 green there, up through the pink, down through the white, and up through the pink again. Pick up another pink and go under the next thread, pick up a white under the next thread, golden, under the next thread, white under the next thread, and now here we need to add 3 pink. So 1, 2, and 3. Now I need to change my thread. I will show you how I do. So before, I don't directly cut it. You make your way down and work your thread into the body of the earring. So go up and down, left and right. Just make sure that when you cut the thread, it will not unravel. So just go up and down, left and right, few times. At the same time, when you pull, make sure you pull a little bit harder so that you hide the thread in between the beads, that it doesn't remain the thread on top, like I show you, like this. See, you don't want it, so you want to pull the thread so it enters in between the beads. And now I'm just going to go down this to green, and I'm secure enough. See how you can see the thread up here, but if I pull, it goes between. Now I'm secure that I can cut, and it's gonna be okay. So I will cut the thread. I will come back with a longer thread and show you how to attach the new thread to the piece. Okay, so I have new longer thread, and I'm going to show you how to attach the new thread to the piece. So go in any bead. I'm going to go through these 2 white here. Now I have a little bit of tail here. Now I'm coming out of this bead. I'm going to do like 2 times a circle. So I'll come down through this one, like so. And now when I pull, I'm going to pull from both, just to make sure that the thread is in between the beads and it's not visible. Now with the working thread, so I went through here, and I'm going to go back through this one where I started the loop, because I want to make a loop in between those 2 beads. I'm going to pull the thread. See, so I hide it. Now I will go a few beads up, and I'm going to redo this step one more time, just to make sure that my thread is really secure. So I went through these few beads up, so it's coming out of this green. I will go through this white here, like so, and one more time through the green, and pull. Now how you know that your thread is secure? Like when you pull the working thread strong, this doesn't move, so the tail doesn't move. And now I can just make my way up towards the where we left off, so that we can start the new row. And obviously I'm going to cut the tail, so you don't see. You only see a little bit there, but it's white on white, so it's okay. Now we're going to turn our work and we're going to be starting from the yellow side where we have the pink flower. We're working on the pink flower here. So pick up 2 pink beads and go under the thread between the second and the third bead. So between these 2 pink here, like so. Go up through the second pink, like so, down through the first, and up through the second again. Now 1 white, under the next thread, golden, under the next thread, golden, pink, golden, and pink. And this is what we have so far. Now turn your work. Now we are starting from the pink side, where we have the pink flower here on the peyote. Pick up 2 pink beads and go under the thread between the second and the third bead, so between the golden and the pink from the previous row, up through the second pink, down through the first, and up through the second again. Now pick up a golden and go under the next thread, one white, one green, one white, and one more white. And this is what we have so far. Now turn your work. We're starting from the yellow side, where we have pink on the brick stitch, the big one, because we have here a small one, so the yellow side. Pick up one white and one green and go under the thread between the second and the third bead, up through the green, down through the white, and up through the green again. Pick up another green and go under the next thread, one white, one golden, and one white. So this is what we have so far. Next up, turn your work. We're on the pink side. Pick up one white and one golden and go under the thread between the second and the third bead from the previous row, up through the golden, down through the white, and up through the golden again. Now pick up a white, go under the next thread, and up through the white, one green, and one more green. Now turn your work. we are on the yellow side where we have the big pink flower on the brick stitch. Pick up 2 white beads and go under the thread between the second and the third bead. Up through the second white, down through the first, and up through the second again. Pick up a golden, go under the next thread, and 1 white under the next thread. Now turn your work. We're on the pink side. Pick up 1 white and 1 golden and go under the thread between the second and the third bead, up through the golden, down through the white, and up through the golden again, and 1 white in this last space here. Turn your work. Pick up 1 golden and 1 white and go under the thread between the second and the third bead, up through the white, down through the golden, and up through the white again. Now pick up 1 white bead, go down through the golden and the white from the previous rows, like so. Go towards this, through this golden to the right, like so. Now go up through this golden here from the row with 2 beads on it, and now go through this white one here on the top, because now we need to make the circle where we put the clasp. So pick up 6 white, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Now my thread is coming from this side and I'm gonna go opposite, so that I make, when I pull it, that it makes a loop, like so. Now I'm going to go 3 4 5 times, as many times as necessary, through these beads on the loop, plus obviously the one on top, so this one there. So I'm just going to go through this few times. So I went 2 times, now I'm gonna go for the third. So now my thread is coming out of this one bead here. I want to make my way down, so my thread is coming out of this, so that we can continue the bottom part. So just make your way down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through these on the side, like so. So we're coming out of the pink side, yes, where you have these 2 golden here, the yellow, sorry, to where you have these 2 yellow here. On this bead we're going to start. So make your way down there. Now here I'm just going to go 2 at a time, like so. I'm going to turn my work just because it's easier to poke it like this, and we're going to work this way anyway. So I turned my work upside down, yes, you see, flowers are down, we're going up. So go that you exit this white bead here where you have these 2 yellow on the side, so on the pink side. So going through these 2, through these 2, I feel that if you do brick stitch on both of the peyote, it hardens the work, like it makes it more sturdy, which is nice. Okay, so I made my way that it comes from this bead here. So the white before, like the first white before these two yellow. Now turn your work. I'm gonna still call this the pink side and the yellow side. Yes, look how it looks. So we're working upside down, pink side where the big pink flower is on the peyote, because we have pink other places as well, but in the peyote only one side has pink flower. So we're starting from the pink side from the peyote, so here. Yes, now pick up, it's going to be the same, sorry, so it's going to be the same. We're going to do brick stitch. This is the peyote part. We're going to do brick stitch. Still we're going to be working under this thread. Now keep in mind this is going to be a little bit harder, like to have more tension, so you're gonna have to poke it a little bit. That's why I said a smaller needle is good. Okay, pick up one white and one yellow and go under the thread between the second and the third bead. So between this white and this yellow from the previous row, like so, up through the yellow, down through the white, and up through the yellow again, like so. Now pick up a golden and go under the next thread, so between these two yellow from the previous row, like so. Pick up another yellow under the next thread and go up through the yellow, one green under the next thread, one golden, one white, one golden, one pink, one more pink, one green, and now we go with three white. So 1, 2, 3. And this is what we have so far. Next up, turn your work. We are starting from the yellow side. Pick up 2 white. Go under the thread between the second and the third bead, like so. Up through the second white, down through the first, and up through the second again. Pick up another white under the next thread, one pink, golden, pink, golden, one more golden, green, green, yellow, yellow, and white. And this is what we have so far. Next up, turn your work. We are starting from the pink side. Pick up 2 white beads and go under the thread between the second and the third bead, so between those 2 yellow from the previous row, up to the second white, down to the first, and up to the second again, 1 green, one more green, white, golden, green, pink, pink, and now we need to go with 3 white. So 1, 2, and 3. And this is what we have so far. Now turn your work. We're starting from the yellow side. Pick up 2 white beads and go under the thread between the second and the third bead, up to the second white, down to the first, and up to the second again. Pick up another white under the next thread, and one more white in between those two pink from the previous row. Pick up one green, one more green, golden, white, green, white, and white. And this is what we have so far. Next up, let me untwist my thread just a little bit. Okay. So next row, we're going to start from the pink side. Pick up 2 white beads. Go under the thread between the second and the third bead from the previous row. Up through the second white, down through the first, and up through the second again. Now pick up another white bead, go under the next thread, pick up a golden, under the next thread, one white, green, green, and now we need to go with 3 white. So 1, 2, and 3. This is what we have so far. Now turn your work. We are starting from the yellow side. Pick up 2 white beads. Go under the thread between the second and the third bead. Up through the second white, down through the first, and up through the second. Now pick up another white bead, go under the next thread, like so. Now pick up a green bead and go under the next thread, white, one more white, golden, and now we need to add 2 white. So 1, and 2. This is what we have so far. Next up, turn your work. We are starting from the pink side. Pick up 2 white beads. Go under the thread between the second and the third bead. Up to the second white. Down to the first. And up to the second again. 1 golden. And now till the end of the row we're going to go with white, so we need to add 5 white here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is what we have so far. Turn your work. We are starting from the yellow side. Pick up 2 white beads and go underneath the thread under the thread between the second and the third bead from the previous row. Up to the second white, down to the first, and up to the second again. 1 more white. And 1 more white. One golden. White. And white. And this is what we have so far. Next up, turn your work. We are starting from the pink side. Pick up 2 white beads. Go under the thread between the second and the third bead. Up to the second white. Down to the first. And up to the second again. Now pick up a golden bead. Go under the next thread. And up to the golden. And now we need to add 3 white. So 1, 2, 3. And this is what we have so far. Turn your work. We are starting from the yellow side. Pick up 2 white. Go under the thread between the second and the third bead. Up through the second white. Down to the first. And up to the second again. Now pick up a golden bead. Go under the next thread. And up through the golden. Pick up 1 white. Under the next thread. And 1 more white. under the last thread. And this is what we have so far. Turn your work. Now we're starting from the pink side. Pick up 2 white beads. Go under the thread between the second and the third bead. Up through the second white. Down to the first. And up to the second again. Now pick up a golden bead. Under the next thread. And 1 white in the last space. And this is what we have so far. Turn your work. Now we're starting from the yellow side. Pick up 1 golden and 1 white. Go under the thread between the second and the third bead. Up through the white. Down to the golden and up to the white again, and 1 white. Turn your work. We are starting from the pink side. Pick up 2 white beads. Go under the thread between the second and the third bead. Up to the second white, down to the first, and up to the second again. And now pick up 1 white bead and go down these 2 white here, like we did here, but we're not adding the loop. So I went down those 2 white. I go up through this middle white from that row of 3, like so, up through this white here, and now we go through this one here. Now, so we finished the canvas, like the bricks, the peyote and the brick stitch. If you want, you can leave it like this, like it's perfectly fine. You can leave the earrings looking like this, but from now I'm going to show you how I made the embellishment. So it looks very nice like this as well, but yeah, so we're going to make this. It is your choice if you want. Now there's 2 things. If you want, you can go with darker shades, darker pink, darker yellow, darker green, or like maybe to add gray. If you have this shade, if you have this shade of green that's like metallic, maybe you can add gray on top, or you know, you can play with the colors. So anyhow you want. I'm going to go with the same colors, but as I said, you can go with any combination of colors, any way you want. Also, one is not going to be like the other, because you can put 2 extra beads on one. You can see here. So on this leaf I put 2 beads like this. On this one I put 1 bead. Here I put 2. Here I put 1. So you can put as many or as little as you want. I just wanted to put on all of them, and didn't matter how many I put on which. But I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you, maybe, I don't know how many, a few till you get how to do it, or maybe all, we will see. So now, if you want to finish like this, you can just work your way on in the pattern, in the earring, and you can finish. But what I want to do, I want to exit this green bead here. Now, my issue is another one like this. If you worked with a thicker needle, like a number 11, please change to a number 12. You need thin needles now, because if we were going to work again in the beads we already worked in, and if you have thick needle, you can break the beads, and that's not okay. You know, like we don't want broken beads. So if you have a thicker needle, change it to a thinner one. Now I'm going to make my way through the beads. Yes, I'm just making my way so that I exit this green here. So I'm just making my way. So I'm exiting this. I'm going to go through these two, white here, no, 3, 2. So from the bottom, I made my way towards here. Yes. Now I will go through this green here. Yes, so I'm just going to this green. I didn't add nothing yet. Now I will pick one green bead and I'm going to go through this green here, like so. Now you have to be very careful so that it sits like this. Yes, so it's not like the thread is moving, or that it sits somehow like this, you know, because this will not look good. So you have to have a little bit of tension in here. Now I'm done, for example, with this petal. If you want, you can add one more here. How? You will go up through this pink, then come down through this green. You know, you're just moving your way. You work it like a canvas, like you just move your way up and down, but as long as you don't jump beads. Now I want to put one bead here in this pink. Yeah, so I'm exiting this green here, and I have a pink flower here, so I'm going to go up through this pink here, like so. Yes, and I will pick a pink bead and I will go through this one, through this pink. So I'm exiting this one, I exit this one, and I enter this one, like so. Now I want to put here something on this petal. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go down through this pink, see, like so. Pulling the thread so that we hide the thread in the beads, because this is the front, we're working on the front. Now we go up through this green, like so, pick up a green and go through this one, like so. Now I want, for example, to put a green here, just as an example. So I'm going to go down through this green, yes, like so, pulling the thread. I will pick up a green, because it doesn't matter in which zone you go, like up and down, and I'm gonna go through this pink that I went several times to with this green, and I added, see, 2 green. Now I want to make my way to this petal here. So from here I'm gonna go through this green here and this green here. So I'm just working as I would if I would need to reach a certain place. So I'm gonna go through this one, down through this one, and up through these two. Now when I reached here, making sure I'm hiding my thread, I'm gonna pick a green and I'm going to go through this green here. So I'm exiting this one and I'm gonna go through this one, like so. Now I want to add one more green here, so I'm gonna go down through this green here, like so. pick up a green and go through this white here. And when I pull the green, it's on the green. Now I want to go up to start making on this yellow. I'm just gonna go through these two green here. See? To this two green. And I'm gonna go up through this white. Up through this white. Down through this yellow. Up through this yellow. Make sure your thread is not stuck on anything, because we need to pull and hide it. And now I pick up a yellow. So thread is coming from this one, and I'll go through this one, like so. Now I'm going to go through this green here, because I'm going to put on that petal. So I will pick up a green for this one. See, thread is coming from this one here, and I will go through this one. Like so. Now I can pick up another green, just one after another if I want. It's like artist choice, you know. You can put your personality in it, like how you want to make it. So we pick up another green. Thread is coming from this one here, and I'm just gonna go through this yellow here. Now on this yellow, on these bigger flowers, I want to put more. So on the small ones I just put one, but on these I would like to put more. So I'm going to pick up one yellow. Thread is coming from this one. I will go through this one. Like so. Now pick up another yellow. I'm gonna pick up another yellow. Thread is coming from this one. I go through this one. Like so. Now I want to do on this side, so I want to put one here. So I'm gonna go down through this one here. Every time I'm pulling the thread, because I want the thread to be hidden between the beads, so I don't want it to be visible, because as I said, this is the front, so I want the thread to be hidden. And I pick up another yellow. So thread is coming from this one. Opa, I keep hitting this. So I'm going to go, stop. So my thread is coming from this, and I'm going to go through the golden, like this. See, now I'm going to pick up another yellow. Now thread is coming from the golden. I'm going to go through this yellow here. Like so. Now I'm gonna make my way up there, so I'm going to go through these two here. and I will put one golden here, see, through here. Now I'm going to go up through this yellow, up through this white one here, like so. Now I'm gonna go down through this green, only through this green, so you'll have to be very careful with, so we don't break. This is the most important part, that you don't break the beads. That's why I need thin needle. And now I will go through this green here, like so, and now pick up a green, and I'm gonna go through this green here, like so, and now I'm going to go up through these three, because you see we have this pink here, this big pink, so I'm gonna go up through these two here. So here is the big pink flower on top, like so. Here I will pick up a pink, thread is coming from this one, I'm gonna go through this one, like so. Now I will go up through this pink, down through this pink, like so. Pick up a pink, and I'm going to go through this pink here, so it's coming out of this pink here, and I'm gonna go through this one, like so. I'm gonna pick up another pink, so it's coming out of this pink here, and I will go through this one, like so. Now I'm going to make my way up for this, to add one green there, like so. I'm gonna go through these three. If you feel that at some point it doesn't go, like you went too many times, go another route or change, or don't force, because you'll just break the beads. So now I'm going through this green here, I'll pick up a green, so my thread is coming from this one, and I go through this one, and we managed to do 1/2, see, and it already starts to look different than this other half. So now from here you just move, you turn your, if I usually turn because I like to poke up. So from here I'm just going to make my way towards this pink here, so that I can add a bead to that. Like the ones, like the small flowers, I added only one bead. You can add as many as you want. So now I am at coming out of this pink here, see, I'll pick up a pink, and I will go through this pink here, and this is what I'll do now going down. So I will do some 1 or 2 in this green, 2 or 3 on this yellow, one here, so I'm just making my way down, and that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm not gonna do fully with you guys because this is like how you say, as how many you want to, how many you want to do. I just did half of them, so you see how I did it. I think you can, for example, if you want, and if you don't want to go directly into beads, I think you can go like to pick up a bead and to go like this, like literally using the brick stitch as a canvas. But the why I didn't do like that, because if I would do that, then this side I feel it would have holes and pokes, and I wanted one side to be straight and just the other one to have the 3D effect. So I didn't want to risk. Like if you try like that, please let me know how it came out. I want to know if it came out okay. Maybe I'm just not good at that, because mine didn't turn out as I wanted when I did that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a long one, but you know me and long videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you're gonna try. Please let me know in the comments what color combination you used, what flowers you made, like what colors you put, what background, and please don't forget to subscribe, give a like if you liked it, and yeah, have fun beading. Bye bye.